Hello and welcome to another episode of the Chrissie Mayr podcast. We are on iTunes, YouTube, Spotify, and SoundCloud. And if you're listening to us right now on iTunes, go ahead and leave a 5-star review. I have a lot of stand-up dates coming up this month because I am preparing to record an album. This is big news. I'm recording an album on January 6th. That's right. Everybody's favorite date in Levittown, New York at Governor's Comedy Club. So I'm doing a bunch of dates to get ready for this album recording. December 11th, I'll be in Morris Plains, Tiff's Ale House, also known as the Dojo of Comedy. That's going to be a Comedians of the Compound show. Then December 12th, I'll be at the Funny Bone in Hartford, Connecticut. And then December 13th, I'll be at the Looney Bin in Little Rock, Arkansas. And then December 15th and 16th, I'll be back in Dallas, Texas with Anthony Cumia and Aaron Berg doing a mini Comedians of the Compound. It'll be the three of us, and we're going to do appearances at the Blaze down there and Hyenas in Dallas. Love that club. And a couple more dates being sorted out. So, yeah, I'm going to finally have a comedy album. So there. Very exciting. Very scary, but mostly exciting. I want to talk to you guys about our sponsor for this episode. I'm going to pull it up on the screen. Wow, right now. Here we go. Cropero! Standalone is a new Substack by Melissa McCutcheon, an artist and former professor who quit due to the corruption of academia. She publishes at least once a week on topics designed to offer some hope and insight into the bizarre groupthink world we're currently living in. You can subscribe at standalone.substack.com. It's free, and there are some really valuable bits of information regarding individual empowerment and ways to stay true to your principles in the face of adversity. In fact, she just published a piece about all the resignations we're seeing in response to the vax mandates for companies with 100 plus employees. And she weaves in her own story of her decision to leave academia. So go read and subscribe at standalone.substack.com. Thank you so much. Yeah, this is a very cool blog. Talks about freedom, critical thinking, like all the topics we love here on CMP, of course. Yeah, I talked about my dates. I talked about the sponsor. Now it's time to bring in the guest. You know her, you love her. If you watch my other show, Wet Spot on Compound Media, she is basically a favorite guest on that show. Definitely a regular. And a regular of Compound Media in general. I think lots of the other shows are snatching at her to come on, which is always the best. Her YouTube page is like fucking crushing it. She just reached 100,000 subscribers. Wow, 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. Whatevah, Amy. How are you? You know, for a split second, I'm looking at your shirt. It almost looks like you have a face mask like under your neck. That's how
it's like a cowl
drained.
neck.
No, yeah. Oh, I like it. It's a cowl neck, and then you've got a golf shirt on underneath because you just.
I actually have like 3 layers on because we had a golf tournament this morning and it was like freezing, but then it warmed up.
So you're more than a triple threat. You're an OnlyFans icon. You're a YouTube icon. You're also hilarious, and you're a pro golfer, which I had no idea about.
I'm definitely not a pro. Everyone always thinks I'm being super humble when I say what a terrible golfer I am, but I'm actually telling the truth. Like, I'm not trying to be cute or humble, and then I'm really a scratch golfer. I'm really terrible. Like, people don't believe me, but I have fun and it's a good time. So hopefully maybe in 20 years
you'll make the pro leagues. You know what? I know you'll have been really serious about golf when you start like I don't know, maybe cutting your hair short, or you just start wearing windbreakers everywhere. Then I'll know. I dated a man. His name was Brian, and I should have known that this relationship was not going to work out because he spelled it with a Y. He spelled it Bryan, and he likened himself to a bit of golf. We had a mini golf date. This was like so many years ago. We had a putt date, and he brought his like thing of clubs with him to miniature golf, and he's like, "Oh, I have this $100 putter." And guess what? Yeah. He's like, "Oh, I'm so good at this," and I still kicked his ass. I was like, "Well, where's your $100 putter?"
Right,
now?
exactly.
She was like, "I have a $2 putter. It's covered in jizz, and I still beat you."
That's hilarious.
So. Interesting. I mean, no offense to the other Bryans with Ys out there, although I am prejudging you. So, Amy, you've told your story many times. So anybody who's seen you on Compound Media may already kind of know your story, but you got into OnlyFans over the lockdowns, or you had an account and then you got more into it over the lockdowns.
You know, I started, I had my Twitter page and everybody was always asking me to buy my pictures. And I really wasn't posting anything really risque or anything. And people were just always asking to buy my pictures on Twitter. And I was seeing all these great girls that I follow getting into OnlyFans. And I was like, oh, maybe I can give it a try and see how it goes. And of course, in the beginning, I was like, oh, it's just lewds, no nudes. I'm going to just be, really demure and whatever. And I mean, I got very lucky because people were genuinely curious about me because I really hadn't posted anything, certainly not nude before.
You would just be like,
yeah.
You're just like,
but
that's my idea of a lewd. It's just this.
Yes, just very. Yeah. So I really just kind of got into it just to try it out, and it really just kind of exploded. And no pun intended. And I got, I felt really comfortable, and I got so much positive feedback, and I was having so much fun. Obviously the lewd, no nude thing kind of went out the window. But I'm still having a great time, and it's been great for me.
Was it mostly because you had people that were like, we love you, we really want to see more?
Yeah.
How does this number sound? Was it like, or was it more just like, we love you, we want to see more? There's so, what I mean? There were so many fans of yours that you were just like, I must give the people what they want.
Yeah, I think it was a little both. And I've always been a super sexual person too. So I was like,
when's your birthday?
March 4th. I'm a Pisces.
Water signs.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was like, well, what could, I'll try it out and see if I like it and whatever. And if, what could go wrong? I could totally just bomb and embarrass myself. Like, who cares? But it didn't. And it just kind of really exploded. And I think what really shocked me was that first topless photo that I offered a couple days after making my account. I sold it for $10,000. Like, that's how many people wanted to see my boobs, and everybody bought that photo. It was like my first.
Wait, more than one person bought a $10,000 photo?
No. It sold. The total sales was $10,000.
Wow. Still though,
I would never let anyone pay $10,000 to see my boobs. That's crazy. But yeah, so that's how many people I think were curious.
Oh my God, that's so cool. That I think that would be such a rush. Like what a validation rush that would be.
It is. I mean, I certainly, feel fantastic, and not everybody loves you, and there's people that love you and hate you, but overall it's been a really, really fun experience and positive experience for me. I was like, I didn't need to start it due to the pandemic. It was just kind of timing, but it's been really, really great for me.
Is there music going on in the back?
I'm sorry, his phone is ringing.
Oh, Dan's whatever Amy's boyfriend came to Wet Spot, and I called him whatever Dan for the whole episode. So whatever Dan, his phone's blowing up in the back.
We were both pretty drunk at that taping. I was like,
that was very fun. Your boyfriend was a very drunk.
Yes. Yeah. Well, we had gotten to Gino's show and started there. And it was just
So In Hot Water is on Compound Media from 2 to 3:30.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're pre-gaming at In Hot Water and then like drinking in between.
Yes.
And my show's at 7:30.
Supposed to be a guest on In Hot Water. I just went to, he was off and he loves Gino. So I was like, hey, Gino, can I come sit in your audience? And I brought him a bottle of whiskey as a thank you. And his guest had canceled. So he was like, hey, do you want to come on for the last half? And I was like, okay. So we opened the whiskey and
the rest was history.
Yeah. So
200-watt studio, perfect example of what has happened to Amy's OnlyFans career. Why the sweater? You're beautiful. Let's see you. This is how it starts. It starts with $2.
I can take my sweater off. I'm still dressed for golf, and it's not freezing in here, but I can take my sweater off.
There's a golf, no pressure. I mean, it's $2. Does your Yes. Oh my God.
They have 6 other layers on. So
haha, take that. No kidding. Did you tell your family or other friends what you were doing over the lockdown?
No.
Was there judgment? Are you like purposely keeping it a secret from certain people?
No, I never really shared it with anyone. I didn't think it was going to be as big as it became. So I just never did. But here it is.
It just happened. Yeah.
Yeah.
I really go back and forth on it. I think I would be somebody who would just do lewds. Like I did a whole like calendar. I was obviously, I hate to always bring up people that I've dated, but I was dating an ex-boyfriend and I was doing a whole calendar, like a pinup calendar of myself.
Wow.
And he totally shamed me. He was like, "Oh, how dare you? You're just doing this for attention."
Oh my God.
And he totally shut me down. And so I kind of shut the project down.
I think you have such a great, and I was thinking about this the other day. I was like, she has such a great like vintage vibe. You should totally do a pinup.
I want to do another one. Yeah, I did it with this photography company. They're called Shameless Photography, and they specialize in like boudoir and vintage. And like I did it for the first time probably like 10 or 12 years ago for my birthday, but now I've noticed like I don't know, like I feel like they as a company have, I don't know, maybe I'm reading too much into it. Like maybe they've gotten a little too woke. Maybe I'm just reading into it too much, but I would love to do it again. Like I don't necessarily have to do it with them, but
you should 100% do a pinup inspired photo shoot.
It's tricky because it's like, I think there's a difference between like wanting to like take pictures of yourself as a kind of like marker in time to look at when you're old and gross, or even like, you know, when I'm 50 and gross, you know, like just this could all fall apart tomorrow. Like and it's tricky because you do kind of get shit from people like, oh, you're just one of these women that constantly wants attention. I don't know, that I guess there's a healthy and a toxic side to everything.
Well, I agree. And I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with, you know, taking beautiful photos and sharing yourself as if you feel it's art, or, you know, you don't feel ashamed, you know, I feel like it's empowering, it's liberating. You know, I'm 44. I don't owe anybody any explanation for anything that I do. And if it makes you happy, why not?
Hold on, hold the phone. Let's dial it back. I cannot believe that you're 44.
I'll be 45 in March.
What the fuck? Where do you put it? See, we're leading the charge. Me and Amy are leading the charge on women who don't look their age. I was just telling somebody in the last recording that I was 38.
Yeah, you don't look 38.
And I don't feel
way
it.
Younger.
I don't even know what I'm supposed to feel like, but I guess my knees are holding up. And I guess that's how you know. Oh, here's 200 Watt Studio back with $2 more. Here's a few more. Now the watch, please. All right, that's how this episode is going to go. Watch. He's going to send $1 at a time. It's going to be like strip poker here. Strip flip cup. Those were the days.
By the time he's done, he could have just subscribed.
Oh, yeah. And I saw, Amy, you were running a deal because it was Veterans Day on Thursday. And you had this really kind, awesome deal going. Like, hey, if you were a veteran, let me know and you'll get, what would you say, a free account or like a free trial?
2 weeks. Yep, free 2 weeks. No,
and you had someone scamming you.
I did. Those fuckers.
Here we go. Thank you, veterans. Message me proof of your veteran or active duty status, and receive 2 weeks free to my OnlyFans, which is
I had probably over 100 people.
No, really?
Over my Instagram, Twitter, and then my current subscribers who are veterans, they all got a discount as well for the next month.
That's so nice.
Yeah, and you didn't have to send me anything like super personal. Like I didn't need your, name and your ID. Some guys sent me, some of their awards, or they sent me something with their name covered up. Like it wasn't, I wasn't looking to analyze anything, but these two guys, got together, and unfortunately one of them made it in, and then I realized that it was the same photo, and they both,
It's like when the teacher catches you cheating on the exam, you can't have this. You can't have the same exact answers. Yeah, it's stolen valor.
Like they didn't even crop it. Like I probably wouldn't have noticed if they had done a little better, but there's always a bad apple in the bunch. And, you know, a lot of people were like super excited and happy, and, you know, it was fun.
You know, you can buy those Army veteran hats anywhere. Like they're on every corner. You can get them. I saw them in Vegas. I'm like, you could just get one of these hats, find yourself a wheelchair, get some. It's very, I don't know. I feel like it's an easy thing to.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm just like not trusting people as I get
No,
older.
I think you're right to not trust people. You know, I think that there should always be a little bit of skepticism sometimes.
Be like, what war were you in? And then they'll be like, the War of 1812. Ha ha!
Messages from like these foreigners that pretend they're, you know, soldiers, and they steal these pictures from these hot soldier accounts somewhere. And they're like, I'm like, oh, you're, you know, what do you do? And they're like, oh, I'm in the U.S. Army service. And I'm like, no one would ever say that.
I work for UPS. You're like, that's not quite.
I'm in the United States Marine Corps service. I'm like, okay, have a great day.
The Postal Service? That's a branch of the Army, isn't it? So that's awesome. So you've been going on Compound Media. When did you first start coming on?
We started last year. We did Never Have I Ever, and I think it was like in October. Frank reached out and said, "Hey, we'd love to have you on Chrissy's podcast." And we did Never Have I Ever, and there was a bunch of us. And then I think a couple weeks later, you invited me to the studio.
It was because we were both tagged. We were in a Twitter thread of like best boobs on Twitter. And that's how we came together. Yeah, we were both mentioned. Frank, do you remember who else was on that thread of like best boobs of Twitter?
Yes.
Someone named Antonella.
Yes, New York or Nothing. I love her.
And Baseball Chickie. Do you know those girls? You know them? Oh, wow. So I'm the one that's like out of the group. Wow. I gotta find them and have them on too, so we could, I don't know, maybe.
I love them.
They've not responded. Oh, we've tried.
Baseball Chickie, when I guest hosted for you, she was going to try and come on, but she does her podcast at the same time, so it didn't work. And Angela was super private, so she doesn't usually.
Okay. All right. I guess my feelings won't be hurt. That's fine. That's okay.
Don't be hurt. It's not personal.
How do you like keep things fresh? Is it about, okay, like getting yourself like different lingerie, different outfits? Is like, how much is that a part of it? Because I feel like, I don't know, for me, like that would be so huge, but it also then it's like, oh, it adds up too, and then you want to repeat outfits too much.
What you purchase and your expenses and stuff, you know, you can write off on your taxes, but you know, I'm very lucky that people send me stuff on my wish list, and then I use that as my content.
I gotta put more stuff like that. I was just talking to Zia about my wish list. My wish list is like books about conspiracy theories. So maybe I'll do like a nude, but like the books will be covering up.
Yes. A million things.
That'll be great. Yeah. Yee. Okay. What are your, I don't know if you've thought about this much. Like, what are your, like, because you're so great on the show. I think you've guest hosted for me at least once. Mm-hmm. You're so fun to talk to. You're so easy to talk to. Would you like to do, you know, a show like that in the future? I want to bring up your YouTube account because your YouTube is great. Even though I just realized I wasn't subscribed to it, which was mortifying. But do you know, like your videos are mostly like, yeah, you're trying on the bra haul, and it's like they're mostly like of you. Do you want to do more of like an interview podcast? Or
yeah, I would love to kind of venture into the whole podcast scenario. I just don't think I would know where to start or how you know, really get into that. But I think it's so fun. I love doing all these podcasts. You know, it's just super fun. I love it.
Look at this, a bourbon review. Does Gino know about this?
Hi, everyone. The taste is amazing.
Okay, so this is...
I'm a whiskey person.
Whiskey. Okay, this is already... I'll probably have to watch this on my own time.
It's tasty, and our friends
probably will get flagged for showing this.
That's a veteran-owned and operated bourbon company.
Ooh.
Big fan.
Okay. Yeah, I think you would be great. I'm going to be out of town actually next month. So maybe if you're not doing anything December 13th, you could guest host, or you could just let me know later. Because I'm flying out to do that show in Little Rock. Yeah, I was like, I guess I'm going to, it all came together like really quick. And then Aaron Berg was like, you know what? I want to help you make this album. So he is kind of
That's
like,
so amazing.
I know it feels really nice that it's kind of like, it feels like a family activity. He was like, I really want to produce this for you. Like, I'll make it happen. And then I was like, you know what? Like, what about January 6th? Like that's a date that has meaning for people. And it would be kind of funny. And it's close enough that it's like, all right, this is an exciting date that's coming up. So we'll see. We'll see what happens.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna. I'm excited, but it's weird because it's gonna happen in Long Island, which is like where I'm from. But I also haven't been back there in a couple of years. So I'm gonna do one last blast to the high school people. I'll be like, look, all right, I know I've just been quietly following you all on Facebook. Like, okay, now
but here it is.
We need you to come out. What does boyfriend Dan think of your OnlyFans account? Does he ever feel?
He is super supportive. He, said all along, he was like, you're smart, you're beautiful, you're funny. If you can make money doing it, why shouldn't you? And I think it really isn't just about doing OnlyFans. It's really, all of my social media platforms and how I am with, my Twitter and now my YouTube. It's really just kind of a conglomerate of, my opinions of everything. But yeah, he's super supportive. He kind of acts like my creative director. He's like, oh, I think you should do this next time. You should try that. You should get this outfit. Like and he kind of is the one that's like, listen, you have to, it's easy to get new subscribers, but it's hard to keep the ones you have. And you always have to have variety and you have to try something new and kind of, not that he's ever pushed me, but he does make me think, you know what, I do need to kind of step out my comfort zone. And there's all sorts of people, that, have different kinks or different, things that they want to see. Like I'm not a foot person, but I have people that love feet. So I always have to make sure I put some feet pictures.
Yeah. Like I'm not a foot person, but I have feet. So I have to use them. There is something great about having a guy's input, cause it's like, that's who you're mostly marketing to, or couples. So
yeah,
I don't know.
Couples that follow me.
Ooh, yeah. How does that go? Do they message you a lot? Or is it like,
everyone, I don't really get too many messages, to be honest, but yeah, every once in a while they'll be like, oh, we love your content. We really enjoy following your page. Or they'll ask for like advice or, they just, kind of go back and forth and, it's fun.
That is fun. I would love to be something maybe that a couple talks about as they're getting ready to bang one day from 200 Watt Studio. Oh, I thought he was going to ask you to take something else off. Amy looks like Linda Cardellini of Freaks and Geeks. What? Let me look at Linda.
If she's hideous. That guy's getting blocked.
If she's hideous, yeah, this is resulting in an immediate block. No, she's cute.
Let's say.
She's cute, but let's see. Okay. I do see it.
Oh, I know who she is. I love her. She's been in a few things. She isn't Dead to Me, which is a great series. Thank you. I would take that as a compliment. Thank you.
Oh yeah, I'm seeing it in the whole like mouth face area. Okay, cool. Stopping that. Thanks, 200 Watt. Okay, interesting question from Wonder Bucket. Who was Amy before all this? Is she a celebrity turned OnlyFans person? Ooh, or was she just a civilian?
Just a civilian. I'm just a Twitter person. I have, I've been on Twitter for a while and my account just kind of blew up and I guess people like hearing me complain. And that's where this kind of all started. It was really my Twitter account. And that's really how I got into YouTube because I wanted an extension of my Twitter and,
Yeah.
No, I'm a nobody. Don't worry.
Decent. No, this is a solid following. It's good. You're funny and it's good. I mean, have you ever, I guess you haven't been like banned or blocked on anything yet. I think you probably like toe the line. You're not going to put anything out there. That's the thing is you have to just be smart about it and know what's going to get you banned.
Yeah, I really don't touch on too many topics that people are really passionate about. I don't want to alienate anybody. And honestly, like I don't really get into feuds or, arguments or whatever, I have an interest in it. So I just kind of keep it. I just rant about.
Yeah. I loved this outfit so much. Like, you were giving me Grease vibes.
That was a fun night from what I remember.
That's neat. So Dan never gets, well, that's the thing, is you can't be jealous. You can't.
He's super secure. He's, he's proud that people take an interest in me.
Would he be somebody who would enjoy like watching you with other people?
Probably a girl, definitely not a guy.
Oh, that's every guy.
Right. No, there's definitely no other guys.
I know. Guys are like, oh, yeah, threesomes are so hot. Unless it's with another guy. Oh, just kidding. Yeah. Oh, wow. You're getting subs while we talk. This is great.
Someone said I look like a Greek goddess. Thank you.
See, this is where we go. Maybe you should come on the SimCast. I started doing a SimCast.
Thanks, Chris, who just subbed.
Do you take a lot of, like, can people sort of like, if you don't get many messages, like, do people send you like suggestions, or do you just get a sense of like, I haven't even been on OnlyFans. Can you see what people are liking? Are there likes on OnlyFans? Is it similar to like any other platform?
They can comment, they can message you. I definitely always welcome suggestions or questions. And, if someone wants to see something, I'll definitely take it into account. Or if they're like, hey, I really love this, I'll definitely, take that. I want to make people happy.
That's good. That's good. We people pleasers. Okay. Oh, wait, here we go. From Sydney, Junior Cooley. Heading to work. Hope y'all have an awesome night, Ms. Mayr. You too, Ms. Amy.
Thank you. You enjoy your day.
You too, Sydney. I feel like a substitute teacher now. Okay.
I see you, Eddie.
Oh, is Eddie your one of your fans?
He's always been a great follower on Twitter and everything, and he's always super sweet.
Okay, sweet. What up? Shout out to Eddie. I don't know if you know this, Amy, but Paris Hilton just got married.
I saw.
Oh my God.
She looked beautiful.
I forget that Paris Hilton ages. I just figure like we all go on and she kind of just stays.
She looks exactly the same as she did years ago.
She looks the same.
Yeah, she looks amazing.
Paris Hilton oozing elegance.
My cats are named after Paris and Nikki.
No, oh really?
Yeah.
Wow. And Nikki's 30. The Nikki's 38. She's my age. Also looks the same. Paris Hilton oozed elegance in her flower embroidered fairy tale worthy wedding dress. She had the fairy tale wedding of her dreams, and her dresses, yes, plural, certainly lived up to our expectations.
Yeah, I saw she had a couple dresses. I mean, as she should.
She married shock entrepreneur and venture capitalist Carter Rayum, the reality TV star, wowed in a show-stopping gown she custom designed along Oscar de la Renta. Yeah, right. I'm sure she was like, I like white buttons, and he just took it from there. Like I'm sure she really helped a lot.
Yeah.
Complete with high neck and long sleeves, elegant pressed flower embroidery. Of course, Paris had several outfit changes, hiding up her sleeve for the reception, in addition to another custom Oscar de la. All right, so Oscar de la Renta is sponsoring her wedding. Yeah, a bustier-styled cocktail dress made of taffeta. That's what I've noticed that like a lot of these celebrities do. I saw this. It was like this press release. Like Kim Kardashian is seen in her, whatever dress she wore to the Paris Hilton wedding. She stopped by a bodega, and it's like. No, it's not so much she is stopping by a store. It's like the deal is that she will be seen in public in this dress because she is, whether they're a friend of hers, this designer, or that's just part of the deal. Like she will be seen in public with this dress because it's more name recognition for the designer. It's not like, oh, celebrities are just like us. She's getting Gatorade and Band-Aids. Right. No, it's like
she's not going through the drive-thru at McDonald's just for the fries. Like,
no, she's not doing that. I want to pull up. There was here we go. All the details on Paris Hilton's 4 engagement rings. So she has been engaged 4 other times now.
Yeah. She's kind of like the Elizabeth Taylor of engagements.
Hold on. I got to block this turd from the chat. He comes back every 5 minutes with like a new name. I don't mind negative comments as much. What I don't like is like consistent spamming.
Spam, yeah.
That gets annoying. Don't ruin it for the class. All right. She's been engaged 5 times, but this one finally took. I was made aware of this final engagement because I was listening to her podcast. Carl from Who Are These Podcasts? We had to review her podcast, which I think it was called like, I don't know. So I think Paris Hilton podcast, and it was just such a thinly veiled advertisement for her like juicy sweatsuit brand and like all of her other brands, and it's just like there's no substance to it. Obviously, it's just
Right.
everything promotes one another. So Paris Hilton engaged again. They dated for 1 year. Entrepreneur Carter Ram, who proposed to the socialite on February 13th, just days before her birthday. He spent $1 million on a custom engagement ring. They did a peaceful pre-dinner walk on the beach, and it turned into much more when Carter dropped to one knee, and then she dropped to both knees and blew him. No, that would be great. She had to have known that she was getting proposed to because she wore like an all white, like this was from her engagement. It's like, yeah, you're wearing all white. How did you? And your crown and a crown. Come on, that's not your daily.
I always wear a crown to dinner.
I always wear a crown to dinner. But this isn't the first time Hilton had an engagement ring on her finger. In 2018, a Simple Life star. Isn't that sad when they have to reference the Simple Life?
I think the biggest ring she had was from the shipping magnate, that Greek guy.
Was it actor Chris Zilka? That was her 2018
it was like
engagement.
this big on her finger. It was like huge.
That was a 20-carat pear-shaped. Ugh, even if it's 20-carat, I don't want to see pear-shaped. No. While Hilton and Zilka never made it to the altar, she ended engagement later that year. $2 million rock from Zilka was one for the history books. Before that, she was engaged twice to model Jason Shaw and the shipping heir, Paris Latsis. I heard about the shipping heir.
I think he was the first one.
The shipping guy. Right, here's 2002. This is how I kind of remember
maybe
her.
He was the first one. Yeah.
This looks like she got it out of a gumball machine. Like you could put that in a gumball machine and be like, oh, that's $2. But maybe you just need to see it up close. It's too much. You can't wear that every day. I mean, I guess they're not really, washing a lot of dishes or like, folding up clothes or anything.
No, they're not, running to the Target.
They're not living a life where the ring is going to bump into something.
They're not going to the bodega.
No, they're not. They're not running to the bodega in the middle of the night to get dick pills. That's just not something they do.
No.
I feel like Paris really pioneered like the low slung jean look. You don't really hear from the other one, Nicole Richie, anymore.
Yeah, she's really low key now.
It was 8 years later. Hilton and Shaw engagement only lasted a few months. I want to know what happens to these rings. Like, do you think she gets to keep them?
Well, the rule is in etiquette, if the woman breaks off the engagement, she's supposed to give the ring back. If he breaks off the engagement, she is usually allowed to keep it. But
so my plan is to get engaged and make them break up with me so I can keep the ring.
But a lot of these celebrities, everything is so legal that sometimes they'll offer to purchase the ring or whatever. But like, why would you want a ring from somebody that you used to date?
Yeah. Unless you're like in it for the jewels. Yeah, that would be sad. It would be sad memories.
Yeah, it's not like you can wear it again.
Oh my God.
This is ring.
This is Paris Latsis. So he was the shipping guy was engagement number 2. This was in 2005. Paris Latsis. Oh my God, Paris in Paris? No fucking way. They're like, we have to get engaged. We're both named Paris. Imagine they're just yelling each other's names out in bed.
Did you see Taylor Lautner got engaged and his fiance is Taylor too?
Oh God. Imagine they're just holding up mirrors, just
Taylor and Taylor
banging each other. Ugh. Yeah, look at this. Look at this. It's so gaudy. But here's the thing is like if you're proposing to Paris Hilton, you can't just show up with like
you have to bring your A game.
Something demure because I don't know. You wonder like is it hard for somebody like her to get engaged because like the caliber of man that she would even look at is so high. There's maybe like 40 of them in the world that she would even contemplate. But there's a lot to gain on the guy's side because they're clued into like all the family, the family jewels, the Hilton. You could be a hotel tycoon. Everything I'm saying sounds like Monopoly, like out of the Monopoly game. Okay, so this proposal just came 8 months after their relationship, and it presented Paris Hilton with 15 different engagement rings.
You know, I feel like
choose
too,
from.
these engagements happen so quickly for these celebrities because they don't have to put up with regular everyday lives.
Look
like
at her phone. Ah.
Oh my God.
Yes, they're not living like a regular ass life.
Right.
Like they're
It's
not.
not, you know, they could spend weeks holed up in a hotel together because they don't have to, you know, pick the kids up for soccer or go grocery shopping or plan the weekly meals. You know what I mean? They're just living whatever life they want.
Yeah, and so many fights and breakups really come over financial troubles. Like that's one of the number one reasons, number one or number two, that people get divorced is over financial struggle.
Yeah.
I feel like that's also one of the biggest reasons people stay together is they just can't afford to break it off. So they're just like, oh, we're never gonna fight about money. Like imagine being in a relationship you just never fight about money.
Right. We don't fight about money either.
Look at this guy. Does this look like a shipping tycoon? This guy looks like he has a freaking paper
I think
route.
he's the son or the grandson of a shipping tycoon.
Oh, he's right, the shipping heir. He doesn't even look like he knows his way to the UPS store. Freaking idiot. And then engagement ring from Chris Zilka. Oh, this was the pear-shaped one. This was from 2018. He proposed to her on a mountaintop in Aspen. Ugh, typical. Gifted her a jaw-dropping pear-shaped 20-carat stunner. Cost $2 million.
Yikes.
That's too much. This is too much.
But I mean, she's going to events and things that jewelry is totally normal.
Right. But I also could buy this at Claire's.
Yes.
For $12.99.
Yes. Or Home Shopping Network.
Yes, come on. And that's the thing is like when you're a fancy person, you go to fancy events, like you could wear just gaudy costume jewelry. Who's gonna know? Hilton only wore the engagement ring for 10 months and she split from the actor in November 2018. The relationship moved very fast, like a shipping container,
Right.
and realized that it wasn't right for her. Yeah, I want to know what made these relationships end. Per TMZ, it was Hilton who called it off. She called it off in autumn, although California law required her to return the bauble. Oh, this is California law gets involved with your baubles. She reportedly had no intention of giving it back.
Ooh,
she does not subscribe to polite society then.
No, she's not an Emily Post subscriber, Miss Manners.
Wow. And finally, the engagement from Carter. I want to call him Rerun, but it's Rium. They were vacationing on a private island to celebrate her. Imagine they're just like, oh, Epstein Island is at a discount. Let's go. But we can't say that we're just going to say it's a private island.
That's so funny.
Come visit for $2. We're trying
where in California you're going to find an empty beach that you can take a photo shoot?
True. You're not going to have like homeless people in the back, like cracking out. Yeah.
No.
True. Although you could get a few like PAs to be like, okay, out of the way, peasants. That seems like a fun job. Oh, he's a DJ?
Stop it.
Ram chose an intimate walk on the beach as a perfect moment to propose to the DJ. Wait a second.
Who's the DJ?
Oh, she's the DJ.
That's what she's been doing.
Yeah, nobody knows her as a DJ. Like, ask me to name 100 DJs.
Right.
First of all, I can't. I can name maybe
I think
one.
She does a lot of things in Europe because she's very big in Europe.
That's what happens. These rich people, they
and all that, yeah.
They have a lot of time on their hands, and then they have to try things like DJing and painting.
Yeah.
Like Hunter. Although the newest engagement ring bears a slight resemblance to a ring of the past. Are you kidding me? Like, yeah, of course.
I mean, there's only so many shapes you can pick.
Yeah, this new rock is unique in many ways. Ram tapped famed jeweler Jean Dosset. Really, he didn't just show up at a K Jewelers and be like, that one.
He didn't go to Jared.
No, he didn't. He went to Jean Doucette, douchebag, the great-great-grandson of Louis Francois Cartier, to design a cut. Everything has to be custom for these people.
Mm-hmm.
I sound like such a salty hoe. Fittingly named Paris. Oh, the ring is called Paris. The engagement ring features 10 to 20 karat emerald cut center stone. I don't understand all this gem talk. I'm just like, all right, as long as it doesn't fall out of the setting, that's great.
Right.
That's what my mom, her engagement ring. I remember, God, I'll never forget. She was vacuuming and then she was like, fuck. And then the rock fell out of her ring and we never saw it again. And just like that.
Aww.
And then like me and my brother and sister were like, we all had like a comb and we're like going through the like brown like living room carpet. Like we're all looking through it. We didn't find it. And then it just was a funny. I'm like, man, just like that, so much money can be zipped up the engage. I wonder if she looked in the vacuum. I don't know.
I'm sure she did. I would hope so.
Yeah. That sucks though. It's like you want to make sure your prongs are right.
Right.
Okay. Wow. Again, yeah, of course this one was also $1 million, which is shockingly less than her former rings. I don't know how she would accept only a $1 million ring. It's like he doesn't even love her.
He should be embarrassed.
He should hang his head in shame. Despite Hilton's 3 previous engagements, she has yet to walk down the aisle. We're hoping. Yeah, they got married on my freaking birthday. They got married on Thursday. And all right. Okay, so they did it. They finally did it. You don't just show up wearing these gloves.
Right?
These like studded like,
Swarovski crystal gloves.
Michael Jackson meets Prince.
The store yesterday, and it was a big hit.
Wish her the best.
Good luck, Paris.
Good luck, Paris. I don't know. I feel like the best marriages are the ones where like the wife like really relies on the husband financially because she's not going anywhere.
Well, that means she's trapped.
Yeah, that's true.
I think there needs to be a little independence.
Yeah.
Like a partnering. Balance you out.
Yeah, that's true. It's like we think that like the marriages of yesteryear were better, but it's like we just weren't hearing about them. Like there was no social media. Imagine if our grandparents had social media, they'd be like, I only got beat 2 times today. It was a good day.
I think if there was social media back then, I think everything would be entirely different. We would definitely have like way more wars. Like everything would be just like leveled by now.
Really? You think it would have accelerated the demise?
Just would have lost their shit a long time ago.
So you think like it just would have sped up the whole deterioration of society? Yeah. So you think this is where we're headed? Like what?
Yeah, like I think an asteroid doesn't get us.
Oh no!
For doom.
Yeah, this is a good question. Is there any female celebrity that is just married to like a regular Joe Blow? Well, look at Britney Spears. She at first was like with one of her backup dancers, and then that conservatorship followed, and then like really all of her boyfriends since have been like basically handlers. Like I don't think they're people that she chooses. I think it's just like this is her boyfriend, but it's really somebody who's just keeping her in line, keeping her from running away.
Yeah. I don't I can't think of any offhand.
Oh yeah, Matt Damon. That's the thing is guys can do it. I don't think women can.
That's true.
Matt Damon married a waitress with a kid.
And they're still together.
That's precious. Also, didn't
I mean, there's a lot of them that married regular guys, but they didn't stay together.
It's hard to be famous, Amy.
Yeah.
I don't know how we're gonna do it, but
I don't know. We're gonna figure that
out. Okay. What's your favorite kind of content to do right now?
I would say, I mean, obviously I love doing my OnlyFans stuff, but I'm having so much fun with YouTube. I love doing my cooking videos.
You cook?
Yeah.
Wait, what's one that I should pull up here? Let's go through. Okay. Is it the mac and cheese one?
Ooh, that's a big hit.
Amy Bakes?
Yep. That's a big hit.
Okay.
The corn casserole is a big hit too.
Have you always been a big like cooker? Not cooker, chef.
I definitely did not. I only started really like cooking a couple years ago. But now I love it. I love trying new recipes. I love, figuring stuff out, and I plan all the meals for the whole week.
My most requested recipes.
Oh, okay.
So, are you a macaroni and cheese?
So you do like a meal plan on like a Saturday or Sunday?
Yep.
This recipe is so simple and so delicious. Every time
you were like, I was in such a rush. I forgot to put on anything but this apron.
Share the recipe, so I am sharing it with you.
Listen, if the recipe sucks, it looks good.
Right.
So, a couple things to get started. Obviously, I'm making half of a recipe today. Normally you would make it in a 9x13 lasagna pan. I'm just making it in a smaller.
Yeah, that's like plenty of mac and cheese.
Right. Because if I make the whole thing, I'm going to eat it every single day.
You're gonna eat it. Why do they make recipes in that size?
I like to cube up some Velveeta.
Maybe they're like, in case you have a family of 10.
Gruyere, really any type of cheese, and just kind of mix it up if you want to get fancy. And it makes it super fun. You need 1 can of evaporated milk, garlic salt, paprika.
You can fast forward.
I'm fast forwarding until like the action.
Fast forward.
Evaporated milk?
If you're making a full recipe, you would just double everything.
That looks not like dust though.
That looks like evaporated milk.
I don't know why they call it evaporated milk because it's not powder.
Yeah.
A 1/3 cup milk.
Maybe it's just condensed.
It's an apron. It's not a dress. Sorry, guys.
Idiots. No.
In some of my other cooking videos, you see the side boob.
Some people are liking it. Some people want to see more.
Everything,
Can't please everybody.
They either love you or hate you. There is no in between.
Yeah, there's no pleasing everybody.
1 minute, I'm just doing this for fun. And the amount of hate that people can extend to you for just having fun. Like 1 minute they'll be like, "You're an amazing, beautiful goddess. I love you." And the others are like, "Why is this fat, old, middle-aged lady?"
Oh my God.
I'm like, "I can't help the algorithm. I'm sorry. Don't watch it."
Where do you think the hate comes from?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm like, what is so awful that you like? Don't watch.
Right.
I'm not attacking you with my macro.
No, it's not why isn't it?
I'm seriously, people like they either love you or hate you. There is no in between. And when they hate you, they're like,
they need to let you know. You need to know.
I never ever would stop and be so cruel to someone ever in my life. Not
only if they were cruel to me, then like I can be a vindictive bitch. But like until that happens,
I can in response, but I would never seek someone out and be like, "Wow, you're fucking awful." Okay, thanks. Sorry.
Right. It's like you're not ruining their day. Just move on. Just click another click.
Right.
Watch another thing.
Don't control the algorithm. Sorry, I ended up in your.
Yeah, I think like and that's the thing is like they're probably jealous. I think it's jealousy. They're either like, "Oh, I could never get a girl like you," or like they're a chick and they're just jealous that you're kind of like making something of yourself.
I don't know. I mean, I would never fault someone for just, having fun and putting themselves out there.
Yeah. It's not like you're going to see like Matt Damon in the comments like, "Oh, what are you doing?" It's like never somebody is doing better than you. I want to see how it turns out. Wait, I'm missing the commentary.
And then toss them or fold them into the noodle mixture with the other cheeses.
How many cheeses are involved here?
Oh, you could do many cheeses, but I keep it simple. I do like Velveeta, maybe some Gruyere and cheddar.
Is going to be missing any good flavors.
That's 3 cheeses.
So now that I have my cheeses all kind of folded into my pasta mixture, I'm going to top it off with some more cheddar cheese and then some breadcrumbs. Typically you would use plain breadcrumbs.
Is this like a family recipe, or do you just like pull them off the internet and you're like, "Okay, this looks good"?
I'm not sure where I got this, but I got it years ago, and I always make. Everybody wants me to make it for like every
holidays.
Yeah, it's so easy. It's so easy to make.
My mom wasn't really much of a cook. Like she would make something called blender pie, and it was just because it was so easy. Like I looked it up like a couple years ago. I'm like, "Oh, this is like a little bit so easy. It's almost like you don't care about us." Like it's like coconut and some milk, and you literally blend it up and you throw it into a pan, and like you cook it.
We used to have what was some of the meals my mom made when we were growing up. We didn't grow up with a ton of money all the time. We have spam in scalloped potatoes. That was a big.
Spam and scalloped potatoes?
Cubed up spam baked in scalloped potatoes.
Look at this. Okay, it's done, and you're putting like Parmesan on the top.
Those are breadcrumbs.
Oh, breadcrumbs? What are the breadcrumbs for?
They're delicious.
Breadcrumbs on mac and cheese?
Yeah, delicious.
I hope you found that recipe.
Ooh. See, there is some side boob.
Yeah.
If you've watched it this far, enjoy. This is so cute, and I like it. Everything is very consistent. You're consistent with like your posting and like how it looks. Like your title cards all look the same. It's important.
I'm having a lot of fun. It's great.
I love it. Okay, like what is coming up? What videos do you want to do more of? More cooking, you said?
Yeah, everyone likes the try-on videos, but like how many of those can you do? Like honestly, I would love to do some interviews. I would love to I like my videos to be a little informative. Like even the bra try on, there's so many men out there that have absolutely no idea what the numbers and letters mean in the bra sizes. They're trying to pay you a compliment by saying, "Oh, your boobs are big. You must be a 44 or triple Z." I'm like, "Are you?"
You're like, "No, I'm not an invalid."
It's so irritating. So I did that. Yes, I'm trying on all different styles, but I'm talking about them and when you would wear them and what the size letters and numbers mean. And so many guys were like, "Oh my gosh, I never knew that." And I'm like, "You're welcome."
Yeah, the number is the band size and the letters are the cup. So if you're like, if you're over like if you're over a 40 band, I would say like 38 is like after 38, I think then you get into like not normal bra sizes.
Yeah, I think like I'm a 34 double D. And
same girl.
Okay. But they're just some of these. I'm like, do you know what you're talking about? Like what it means, what you're saying? And they're like, no, I have no idea. I'm like, I can tell.
Wow.
So I like to be informative and entertaining at the same time. Like I would love to be an interviewer on the red carpet someday or something really fun. I would love to be a host on the Home Shopping Network. Like I would love something like that because I feel like I could be super animated and sell something fun and
yeah. We should go together and like you can be nice and then I can just roast the celebrities on the red carpet. I would like to do that.
We could be an interview duo.
I would like to but do I have to get a bunch of plastic surgery a la Joan Rivers? Do I have to be older?
I will do all of that. I will do it all.
Okay. What do you say to people who are like judgmental of girls on OnlyFans or anybody on OnlyFans? Really?
To each their own. Like I don't see what makes one person better than the other. And, just because it's something that's off the beaten path and, I understand there's people that, find it morally, wrong or whatever. And you're entitled to your beliefs, but I'm entitled to not listen to them. I'm not hurting you. You don't have to subscribe. You don't have to be my friend. You don't have to do any of it. It's my choice. And, it's your choice not to do it. But in this day and age, it's 2021. Like, who cares?
Yeah. The world is ending. No.
Right. We're headed for doom, guys. So
have you ever had this happen to you where somebody will like cancel a subscription and like then you find out ultimately it's because like a lot of guys will be like they'll try to get charged for OnlyFans or whatever and then they'll cancel it because they actually like someone caught them like a wife or a girlfriend. They have to be like, oh no, my card must have been stolen.
No, I haven't gotten that. I haven't really run into that issue.
Is Dan listening to our podcast?
Babe, you have to turn that down. Babe,
he's being supportive.
I can hear you. She can hear you.
I tell you.
I love it. It's like, don't tell me what to do.
I tell you.
Oh, Danny boy.
Our cat's been in the animal hospital, so we just got her back a few hours ago.
So what happened?
She's 16. She's been diabetic for like 10 years.
A cat or a dog?
Cat. Her sister died last year, so it's just been, so she's having kidney problems and stuff. So she really wasn't feeling well a couple days ago, so I had to take her in. And
what happened? The vet was like, yeah, she's an old cat. What do you want us to do?
That's, she had a UTI, so they're treating that. But, she is an older cat, and I'm slowly kind of preparing myself. But, if I can, just keep her happy and comfortable, that's what I'm going to do. So,
yeah.
But she's on the mend for now.
Tree's up this week.
So, and we're trying. Our argument in the house is about the Christmas tree. Dan would have a Christmas tree up all year round.
Oh, are you guys, do you like a fake one or do you like a real one?
I love a real one, but we have a fake one for now. But I'm one of those people that I think Christmas starts after Thanksgiving.
Yeah, my sister already put hers up, but I think that it's because she's
everyone I know is like
yeah.
Christmas 24 hours a day, 365. So
I think people that get into Christmas a little too early are trying to avoid something in their lives. You know what I mean? Like decorations, everybody's happy, you know.
And you know,
it's like the people who go to Disney World.
It is a fun time of year, but my cat always loves laying under the Christmas tree with the lights and the things. So I think we'll put it up early for her.
Oh,
so she
right, because she's gonna maybe die soon. Sorry,
she can enjoy her Christmas time. You can't find her. She's under the tree.
Oh, Kitty's last Christmas.
I mean, hopefully not.
No, sorry, I'm being depressing. Are you gonna get her anything for Christmas?
I don't have like cat birthdays and Christmas birthdays, and I buy her toys. She doesn't play with them. Like, she doesn't care.
You know, it's like when dogs are dying, they'll be taken out for like an all-you-can-eat steak, or they'll eat 30 burgers. But like when a cat is dying, you're just like, eh.
She just wants to snuggle.
Yeah.
She's easy.
Yeah, the chat is agreeing the decorations need to go up after December 1st. I think after Thanksgiving is fine.
I think once Thanksgiving passes, rock on. Like,
yeah,
it's now Christmas season.
It's disrespectful to Thanksgiving. It's disrespectful to the pilgrims. You know,
I like the holiday season. I do like having the tree. It's so peaceful with the lights on at night, and like, I don't know, there's something.
Yeah, you gotta turn it on though, because if you don't turn it on,
it's always on.
Yeah. Oh, you never turn it off.
It's always on. And so Dan's little guy, the tree can be white lights or rainbow lights. And so his young son always likes the rainbow lights, and I hate the rainbow lights. I like the white.
You're a classy broad. You're like white. Yeah, that's like my sister. My sister's like, it has to be all white. Only trashy people do colored lights.
When he's here, he's always got the yellow lights. And so when he leaves the room, we change it to white. And then he comes out and he's like, oh, the tree changed, and he'll change it back. And then every time he leaves the room, I change it back to white.
Oh, you can change
the tree. Like, he hasn't figured it out that like we keep changing it on him. It's funny.
Oh, that's cute. How old is he?
Now he's 10, so I feel like Christmas isn't as magical anymore. I feel like
really?
I feel like this is the year he's going to be like, there's no
about Santa yet? Does he know
he hasn't brought it up, but I think he knows.
What makes you think he knows?
That he, that he doesn't believe anymore.
What has he said? He's just like less excited.
We had the whole thing with the Easter Bunny this year, and he was flat out like, "There's no way the Easter Bunny can happen." He's like, "It's just so." He hasn't come out and said Santa. We haven't really been talking about Santa. He still made a list, but it wasn't like Dear Santa. But him and his classmates were so into the elf last year that I wonder.
Right, the elf on a shelf.
If he'll still be into the elf, even though, like, I don't know. He's definitely on the fence. Like,
right, because if Santa goes,
so magical for him. But
you got to give up elf on the shelf. You got to give up the dog that watches the elf on a shelf.
Like, he really believed the elf was doing all these, like, mischievous things. And
oh, you had the elf like do tricks in your house?
Yeah. And like one time the elf said, we need to pick 5 toys to donate to kids that, don't have as many. And he picked out like 10 toys to donate. And and the elf took them, back to the North Pole, and
that's cute.
Dan's toenails. Like, the elf did some naughty stuff. It was fun.
Wait, you said the elf took his toenails?
He painted them.
Oh, that's cute.
So while he was sleeping. So there's some cute thing.
Oh, that's cute. Yeah, it's fun to get creative. Like, make the elf like climbing up a thing or stuck in the blender or something.
Yeah.
Or just pretend like the elf was like badly injured, like there's a knife. No, that's
somebody said that there's a thing that you can get that says, the elf couldn't come because of COVID.
What?
These poor kids.
That's my biggest concern, is that like there's a generation of highly, like, people are always going to be germophobic here and there, but like way more highly germophobic, anti-people, afraid of the air generation that's coming up.
Yeah, I don't know, like, why. It's crazy. I'm like, what? You're that selfish, parents, that you can't move the elf around,
yes,
every night.
Cotton. He's not gonna
just move him in a different position, and
he doesn't have a respiratory system. It's fine. People are lazy. COVID has just been the excuse for everybody to stop doing what they don't want to
Yes.
do.
Mhm.
Like companies, regular people. Winterval. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, it's fucking crazy. Amy, where can people find you and follow you, and other than your YouTube channel, which just hit 100,000 subscribers? Oh
I'm at
my
146
god.
now. I'm at 146. But YouTube sent me a plaque.
Wow. Do you have it right there?
I don't have it right here, but I did a short video unboxing it and showing it on YouTube.
Oh wow. Is
That
it
was the
heavy?
video. And I had adamandeve.com sponsored that video.
Ooh,
And
Adam
I
and Eve is
felt like I
great.
had made it. I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah, Adam and Eve is great. You know what else is great? Cushy Dreams. They are my one-stop shop for all things
Woo!
CBD related. They specialize in high quality CBD in tins and in these
Oh,
pre-rolls here.
fancy.
They come in 5 packs. Very handy, very easy to just throw in your pocket or in your bag. I love them. Very professionally done. They've helped me so much with my anxiety. There's different indica sativa blends like Relax, Dream, Create,
Oh,
Hustle, Peace, Energy. So if you want to feel a little more up, if you want to be a
good
little more
marketing.
relaxed before bed. Oh yeah, very high quality stuff. You can get all the benefits of CBD without getting high. They do tons of lab tests to ensure compliance and purity, and you can find all the results on their website, cushydreams.com. That's cushy with a K, dreams.com. And at checkout, use promo code CMP to get 20% off your order and free shipping. Why not, guys? That was really smooth. And we're hearing Dan get ice now.
Of course, it's my life.
It's not a bad one.
He doesn't care.
Dan!
We are not interrupting his day whatsoever.
Dan, what are you getting Amy for Christmas?
He doesn't. Probably golf stuff.
Oh, golf stuff.
We're getting new clubs after the new year, so that'll probably be our.
Is golf stuff expensive?
Yes.
Oh, God.
Yes.
It's not a poor man's game, I guess.
You should come with us to our country club. You'll have a good
You
time.
go to a country club? I don't know if I would fit in, but I can try.
You'll fit right in, and they have a great bar, and the staff is fun and great
Okay,
food.
you can drink.
don't have to play golf.
I'm sold. I'm sold.
You don't have to play golf, I promise.
I don't need $100 putter. Amazing. Amy, you can catch Amy. Oh my God, it's Whatevah Dan. Wait, show the people. I'm going to do a solo layout. Yes, it's oh, how cute are you? Oh my God. All right, that's enough.
My unspoiled show here,
That
babe.
was fun. I like that.
It's nice to see him semi-sober for once.
I know. Gosh, that was
It was
shit
cute.
show evening.
Subscribe to Amy's YouTube channel. Follow her on Twitter at Whatevah. Is it Whatevah_Amy?
Yes. All my names are the same. Instagram, Twitter, OnlyFans, Loyal Fans, YouTube. It's all there. Come check me out.
All the things. Oh, and quickly, one more super chat from the $4.95 Marauder fans of Megyn Kelly. Yeah, I'm a fan of Megyn Kelly. She had me on her pod.
That's
All right.
awesome.
Yeah, it's good times. Got me into a little bit of trouble, but it's worth it. Amy, thank you so much for coming.
I adore you.
So
You know when you want me to guest host for you, I'm in.
I love you. Okay, yeah, I'll definitely talk to you about that as soon as we're done here. And
Thanks
yeah,
so much
thank
for
you.
having me.
Yes, of course. Thank you, chat, for your questions and super chats and all that good stuff. Until next time, bye.